All right, today we are unlocking a secret grammar superpower. Seriously, it's something that's going to make your writing instantly sharper and more professional. We're talking about proper adjectives.
So, to get us started, here's a little puzzle for you. What do French fries, Buddhist philosophy, and a Shakespearean play all have in common? Take a close look. The answer is kind of hiding in plain sight. It's that capital letter at the beginning of each of those words.
And there it is. They all use a proper adjective. So what is that? Well, a proper adjective is basically born from a proper noun, a specific person, place, or thing. Its whole job is to describe another noun and give it a really specific, unique identity. It's what takes something general, like fries, and makes it something specific, French fries.
Now, let's get to the most important part. If you take away just one thing from our chat today, let it be this. We're about to cover the golden rule of proper adjectives. This is what makes them so special. Here it is, the big one. You always capitalize a proper adjective. Always. That capital letter is like its badge of honor. It's a signal that the word comes from a specific name or place, giving it a special status in the sentence. Let's see this rule in action, because it makes it so much clearer. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got the incorrect versions, and on the right, the correct ones. A phrase like Italian food just looks a little off, right? But it becomes Italian food. And the Victorian era becomes the Victorian era. See? That one capital letter makes all the difference. It's the key to getting it right.
So you might be wondering, where do all these special adjectives come from? Well, a great way to think about it is to group them into 4 main families. It makes them way easier to spot.
Okay, our first and by far the most common family comes from countries and nationalities. Anytime you're describing something by its country of origin, you are 100% using a proper adjective. For example, we ate delicious Italian food, or the Canadian tourist was very friendly, and she collects beautiful Japanese art. See how each adjective creates a direct link between the noun and a specific country?
Moving on to our next family. This group of adjectives comes from the names of specific religions, philosophies, and major belief systems. You'll see this all the time in phrases like, Christmas is a Christian holiday, or he studies Buddhist teachings, or even describing something like, the building featured stunning Islamic architecture. These adjectives connect a noun to a whole system of thought or belief.
All right, our third family gets even more specific. Here, we're zooming in from big countries to individual cities and other well-known places. Think about a Parisian café. That phrase instantly creates a specific vibe, right? Or how about the famous London fog? And of course, there's nothing quite like New York-style pizza. Each one of those ties the noun to a distinct city, a dot on the map. And this final family, this one is my favorite. These proper adjectives actually come from the names of people who were so influential that their name itself became a description. How cool is that? For instance, a really cunning, complex scheme might be called a Machiavellian plot, named after the writer Machiavelli. A drama that's full of poetry and tragic heroes, that's a Shakespearean tragedy. And a house built back in the 1800s, well, it belongs to the Victorian era, named for, you guessed it, Queen Victoria. Okay, so we know what they are, and we know where they come from, but how do they actually work inside a sentence? Well, the good news is it's super straightforward. So, proper adjectives, just like regular ones, can show up in 2 main places. When they come directly before the noun they're describing, that's called attributive. When they come after a linking verb like is or was, they're called predicative. But you know what? You don't even have to remember those fancy terms. The most important thing is that the golden rule, always capitalize. Never, ever changes, no matter where it is.
Let me show you exactly what I mean. As an attributive adjective, you'd say, she drives an American car. See? American is right before car. Now, as a predicative adjective, you'd say, her car is American. The position changed, but the meaning and that capital A stayed exactly the same. Simple, right?
So, there you have it. You are now officially equipped with a new grammar superpower. Honestly, mastering proper adjectives is such a simple way to make your writing and your communication feel more precise and professional. Let's do a super quick recap.
Here's a really easy 3-step mental checklist. First, ask yourself, does this adjective come from a specific name, a place, or a group? Second, if the answer is yes, then apply the golden rule. capitalize it. And third, just pop it into your sentence, either before the noun or after a verb. That's it. That's the whole game.